What is going on, everybody? Patrick Quick here, and today we are going to be talking about the Strike King Rage Blade. It comes in this beautiful green pumpkin color, the blade and the weight. It's 3/8 ounce Gamakatsu hook, by the way, very sharp. But it comes painted in that green pumpkin. It's got this brown patch here, green pumpkin with black fleck, and on the bottom it is like a watermelon green with that red fleck in there. And then it comes pre-trailered with this fork tongue type thing that has black and red fleck in there as well. Sometimes when I buy them, they are ripped up here and I have to throw some super glue on there, but it holds up well after I do that and I don't have any issues. These things run about $6 and they're worth every penny of it. If you haven't tried one, go pick one up. You won't regret it. Just make sure that you tie a good knot onto it and you have the right reel and rod combo. Mainly the rod, that way it can handle the 3/8 ounce. So the design of this is really unique, the way that it comes out here, and I thought it would get gunked up in the weeds, and it doesn't as bad as I thought it would. It also allows me to fish it a certain way that was new for me, trying it with the chatterbaits, and that is just basically like a jig. So I would let it go all the way to the bottom. It'll plume up, it'll look all nice, and then I'll pull up. And I mean, this thing goes into a fit of rage, and it pushes water. It's so powerful. And then I would let it fall back down, and I would pull back up. It would do its rage, and then I would just repeat that all the way back. That has caught me fish. It enticed them to strike. But the biggest and best way that I've found to catch is the second way that I like to fish this, and that is the moderate, steady kind of retrieve, not too fast, not too slow, and a pause when I run into the weeds and a burn out of the weeds. So when I first got one of these, the first time I ever unboxed it, took it out, tied it up, cast it out, the third cast, I did that technique. I hit a weed patch, I paused, I burned through it, I kept retrieving, I came to another one, I did the same thing, and as soon as I burned it out of that second weed line, I had a bass just smoke this thing. I felt like a pike hit it, but there's no pike in this lake, and I admire this lake because they are one of the only ones around me that have a sign that says bass are catch and release only. So I applaud them for that. That is awesome for us bass anglers that fish there. But it smoked it. So hard of a hit, and it took me by surprise, and I knew I had something good, and that hook did not let me down because it is super sharp, and I landed that fish, and I'll never forget it because it was my personal best, and I plan to beat that, so that is to come hopefully this year. Now this will always hold #1 spot in my heart sentimentally. If the 6 cents were to drop a chatterbait, you know I'm going to try that out. And if I catch more fish on that than this, then you know it's going to have to take it out. Or if I try another one and it knocks it out, you know, it'll have to take it for the most fish caught or the biggest fish caught, whichever one comes first. But as of right now, with this being the only one that has caught me fish out of Z-Man, I don't know if it's Lucky Craft or which one it is that has like the soft plastic blade on it, and a few other ones that I've tried, I have not hooked up. So this one I know works. That's why I'm reviewing it. So just because this comes pre-trailered doesn't mean that if you have something that you specifically like better than the little fork, you could put it on here and use it. And it'll probably amp your game up if you know that that's a trailer that works really well for you. Eventually, when these get tore up too bad, I will be testing it out with different things as well. But like I said, right out the gate, these are ready to fish and they work fantastic. Just make sure that you have a good knot, like I said previously, because you don't want to throw a $5 bait and cry on the inside and be a little bit of an emotional wreck for a second while you collect yourself and figure out what you're going to throw when you know this probably would have caught you fish that day. So, to save you the heartache, be sure to tie a good knot. A Palomar knot, the uni knot, whatever it is, just make sure that you tie it and you tie it right. Subscribe if you haven't. I would appreciate that. Hit that bell that follows that. Give this video a like if you liked it. Go check out some of my other videos and like those as well. And leave me comments. I love talking about things. If you've tried this, let me know. If you are going to pick one up now that you've seen me talk about it and tell you, my review of it, let me know you're going to go and try one. And then when you do try it, if you do, I would like to know in another video of mine, you can leave me a comment or you can come back to this video and let me know how well this did for you. Because that would be really awesome to see, that somebody went out and tried it because they heard me talk about it and then they ended up catching a big monster as well, or a bunch of fish on this exact lure. I can do more of these with products that I've actually tried. If you'd like, you let me know in the comments about that too. Or we can just shoot the breeze and I will respond as soon as I possibly can. I always try to do that, and I will do that because I appreciate every one of you that are here. So as always, thanks for sticking with me, and I will catch you all later.